interior flat finish exterior latex is only $14.09 a gallon, and their exterior Supreme satin finish acrylic latex paint is only $16.99 a gallon, both in white or regular colors.
Down the back straight, the pace truck into the rear pit gate entrance. Cheatham and Haldeman in the front row, Bundy and Borger, row 2, Miller and Bodeker, the third row. Lawless and Bumpus in row number 4, Mark Bonomo, Fornoro, Pertisiglio, and Nokie Fornoro making out the field. Green flag is out, down into the first turn. Haldeman off the outside front row starting spot, grabs off the lead. Looking on the outside, Drew Fornoro started 5th row on the outside. He is staying on the outside, up into the number 3 spot, up into the number 2 spot before they complete lap number 1. He started 10th, he is running 2nd at the end of the first lap. Haldeman out in front, Fornoro running in the number 2 spot. Cheatham is back there in 3rd. What a run by Drew Fornoro. He's won a lot here at the Oswego Speedway, one of the all-time midget winners, and now he is the new leader here in the 3rd and final midget heat race of the afternoon. Drew Fornoro out in front, Haldeman running in 2nd, Cheatham is 3rd. Up in 4th is Rudy Bodeker. Paul Lawless running in 5th, the car way high down here in turn number 1, wrestles it back down in the groove. 8 cars, the top 8 will qualify for the midget feature. The National Parts Peddler midget feature event. Drew Fornoro out in front, Haldeman still 2nd. Cheatham, Bodeker, and now moving up to 3rd is Nokie Fornoro. Nokie Fornoro takes over a top 5 spot right ahead of Paul Lawless. Lawless falls back to 6th in the number 6. Way out in front, though, is Drew Fornoro. 17.649 on the last lap, 17.493 that time. It is still Gary Haldeman in 2nd now. Nokie Fornoro on the inside takes over 4th. Trying to run his brother down. Nokie Fornoro open the number 4 spot. He is working on the 5 of Larry Cheatham. On the outside of Cheatham, he blows by him, and Nokie Fornoro takes over 3rd. The race leader is Drew Fornoro. He is moving in quickly on the 61 of Derek Pertisiglio to put him a lap down. Drew Fornoro out in front. Here's the battle for 2nd, but Haldeman has it. Nokie Fornoro wants it, and Nokie Fornoro has it. On the outside of turn 3, blows by the 91 of Gary Haldeman. A little bit slower that time for Drew Fornoro as he had to put a lap on the 61 of Derek Pertisiglio. Here's a battle going on now for 4th on the outside. Rudy Bodeker takes over 4th. That drops Larry Cheatham in the 5, back to the number 5 spot. The white flag is out for the 45 of Drew Fornoro. 17.471 that lap. Nokie Fornoro running in 2nd. Gary Haldeman is 3rd. Rudy Bodeker 4th. Larry Cheatham is in 5th. Howie Bumpus has now taken over 6th. Paul Lawless running in 7th down the back chute. Your race leader takes the checkered flag, the win to Drew Fornoro. Finishing on the number 2 spot, it's going to be Nokie Fornoro. Haldeman hangs on to 3rd, Bodeker 4th, Cheatham is 5th, Bumpus 6th. Lawless is 7th. Mark Bonomo finished in the number 8 spot. And I believe Doug Borger was next in line. So 17 4s and 5s being turned in by Drew Fornoro. And the M&H tire, Dumo's Desire, number 45. Down in victory lane, the winner of the 3rd and final midget heat race of the afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice hand for Drew Fornoro?
Racing next. Drew Fornoro will be in the number 4 car. Drew Fornoro will be in car number 4 as he withdrew his own car. Derek Pertisiglio in car number 61, and on the outside will be Brian Cleveland in car number 50. Pace truck here, we're set to go. 7 cars will qualify. Down they come. Green lights coming on the hammer down here in the front straightaway. The 97 of Rutledge going up to the number 1 spot, trying to open up a lead over Barry Cannon. Cannon holding on to number 2 position quickly, coming up through the pack. Look at them. 7 cars will qualify. Cannon holding on to that number 2 spot and working on him up on the outside part of the speedway as they come down here in the front straightaway. Here's the number 3H, and that's starting deep in the pack as he came up through there very quickly with Jimmy Miller. Miller now up to the number 3 spot, trying to qualify for the National Parts Peddler. Big feature run here for the Mighty Midgets. Miller now up to the number 2 spot. Rutledge still the leader, coming down the front straightaway. Back there third is Cannon. Cannon, car number 25, trying to make a run now. Car number 45 coming up through the corners out of the thing is the the Joe Gosick, car number 4. Correction, Drew Fornoro. We had it right the first time. Drew Fornoro in car number 4. Now making his way up to the number 4 position, now battling for the number 3 spot. He's got the number 3 position, and he's trying to run down the field. 18:48, 120.78 miles an hour. Watch Fornoro, car number 4. He is really running right now, trying to draw in for the number 2 spot here at the halfway point. Just gets by the 97 of Rutledge. Rutledge paints back down to the number 3 position. Fornoro really wearing a hot shoe. Car in trouble, early leader. Rutledge, car number 97. He'll pull in at the rear pit gate. Here's Fornoro trying to run down the leader, coming down here in the front straightaway. The leader being the number 3 of Jimmy Miller. Miller way out there on the front side. Fornoro trying to shoe his way up. Riding back there is Cannon and car number 25 in the number 3 position. They're all spread out around the speedway, and of course the battle for the number 1 position is the move over flag is out, and the leader Miller coming by, trying to close in on the slower traffic. He kind of bobbles a little bit, just turns in an 18:23 as he handled that traffic to the outside, but he got out of the throttle going into turn number 1. This allowed Fornoro to try to close in on him, and now Fornoro having a little bit of problem. White flag coming out one more time around the speedway. 18:19 on that lap for Miller. Fornoro rides second. Third place is a 25 of Cannon. They race going down the back straightaway. Going down between the corners. Checkered flag will be coming out. The win will be going to Jimmy Miller in car number 3. Miller takes the win. 17:29 on the clock. Fornoro will be second. Cannon will be third here in the number 25 just coming by. Fourth will be the number 47 of Berger. Fifth will be Gilly in car number 67. Next in line will be the number 10 of Bundy. And I believe in that final qualifying spot, we'll let the scorers figure that one out. But the 67 of Gilly Canuso did get up to a number 5 position to qualify for the National Parts.
So that moves inside in row number 6, the 26 of Russ Storr. Storr out of Carver, Massachusetts, the M&H tire number 26. Outside in the 6th row, behind the wheel of the number 1 from Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, it is Brian Kovalars. Kovalars in the 1. 7th row on the inside, behind the wheel of the Seymour Enterprises number 9 from Marlboro, Massachusetts, Bobby Seymour. Seymour, the number 9 for the National Parts Peddler. 25-lap midget feature event here at the Oswego Speedway. A great field of cars. On your feet in the back grandstand. We'll do it with you first. Make some noise as the mighty midgets roar down the back straight. They will be saluting you, waving to you as you wave back at them. You've undoubtedly picked out a favorite by now, so let them know it as they go down the back straight. 4 wide, getting ready for the start of the 25-lap National Parts Peddler midget feature event now in the front grandstand area. Get on your feet. They stay 4 wide, coming out of the 4th turn. The starting field for the National Parts Peddler 25-lap midget feature event. Make some noise for them. Wave them off. You've got a favorite out there. They'll be very happy to perform for you tonight here at the Oswego Speedway. Down into the first corner. They go back into the 2 abreast rows, getting ready to start, cinching up the belts this time around as they get ready for the start of the 25-lap midget feature event. Down the back chute, they get back into their 2x2 start as we get ready to go with the midgets here at the Oswego Speedway. Their second appearance of 1999. Howie Bumpus got his first win here at Oswego the last time the midgets were here, but he gives up his ride today to Drew Fornoro. Here's the white flag from starter Jerry Kritzman. The field coming down the front straight, getting ready to go for the start of the 25-lap National Parts Peddler midget feature event. 30 midgets on the track. There were 38 that made their appearance here at the Oswego Speedway today. Fran Dajnov, the Scriba Golf Center, the driving range, brings the pickup truck from Bird Motor Company down into the rear pit gate entrance. The field is now set. Larry Cheatham and Money Wonder the third up in that front row. Gary Haldeman and Fred Schell in row 2. A.J. Ernesto. Kevin Bastian in the third row. Green flag as they come down the front chute. Keep your eye on the 26 of Russ Storr. He moves quickly to the outside of the track behind Bobby Seymour in the number 9. Seymour makes a great move coming out of turn number 1. Down the back chute. Seymour now into the top 10. Russ Storr follows him through on the high side. They go 4 wide and a spin right in the middle of the field. A couple of cars get collected. 4 cars altogether over there, but now 4 of them are stopped over in turn number 3. That is where the mishap started. Russ is going to have to hurry because he's on the back straight in turn 3, and the field is over here going into turn number 1, and he does not seem to be in a really big hurry. He's going to see the white flag this time from Jerry Kritzman. Now he gets on it. He's got a chance to catch the rear of the field. Yeah, he wants to check it out just a little bit, make sure the car is ready to go racing. Meanwhile, Fran Dajnov brings the Bird Motor Company Chevrolet pace truck back into the rear pit gate entrance. The 26 of Storr catches the rear of the field. They come down out of the fourth corner. Green flag from starter Jerry Kritzman. Down the front chute right away. They go 4 wide. Down to the inside, the number 1 making a run. That is Brian Kovalars. He got pinched off down there, has to move back towards the rear of the field again. Meanwhile, Storr really going gently at the rear of the field. Not too content with the car right now, moving it slowly at the very back of the pack. Meanwhile, down in the front of the field, it is Money Wonder the third out in the number 1 spot, 75 and 51. Larry Cheatham, rather, drops back into the third spot behind Fred Schell. Schell is taken over second. Look at Seymour in that number 9 making a charge. Bobby Seymour, the number 9, trying to move quickly up through the field. Russ Storr now trying to get a little bit racy. The 8 of Bastian moves down to the inside. He takes over second from Schell. Bastian now running in second. Ed Steinley trying to take over the number 3 spot, but Schell hangs on to it. Look at Nokie Fornoro. Nokie making a run in that number 31. Down the front chute, Money Wonder the third. Out in front, Kevin Bastian running in second. Steinley is in third. Schell loses a couple of spots. Nokie Fornoro up to 4th. Schell now running in 5th. As they go down into turn number 4, the race leader coming off the 4th corner, Money Wonder the third. As a car is up against the wall, A.J. Ernesto on the back straight. The yellow for A.J. Ernesto on the back straight came to a halt. Coming out of turn 2. Into 6, Bobby Seymour running in 7th. Paul Wallace is 8th. Larry Cheatham in the number 9 spot as they scuff their tires up now. They get bunched really tight together. Here comes Russ Storr. He has made a pit stop. He is ready to come back out. Going to be a long way behind as the green has come back out in turn number 3. The man, Money Wonder, got a jump on the field that time. He was the pole setter. He set the pace. He is out in front, but look at Nokie Fornoro. Nokie now up into the number 2 spot in that 31. He moves on the leader down to the inside, and Nokie Fornoro side by side with Money Wonder, and Fornoro comes away with the lead. Money Wonder the third now running back in the number 2 spot. They come down the front chute. Kevin Bastian is in third. Phil DeMario up to 4th. Steinley running in 5th. Bobby Seymour is now 6th as Seymour goes to the back chute. Lost a lot of ground to the leaders as it took him a couple of minutes to work his way up through a few laps. Now a big switch up at the front of the field. It is still Nokie Fornoro out in front, but DeMario has taken over second. Bastian now running in third. Steinley 4th. Money Wonder the 5th has fallen back to the number 5 spot. It is Bobby Seymour running in 6th. 6 laps have been completed, and Seymour running in the number 6 spot in the 31. Back in 7th. It is the 38. That is Baumgartner. Paul Wallace has fallen back a notch. And now Seymour has fallen back a couple of spots. We got a car in front in trouble on the front straight. Gary Haldeman has slowed way down in the number 91. Out in front, the 31. Nokie Fornoro is the race leader. Fornoro, who started a little bit deep in the field, worked his way up quickly to the front. He started 15th. 8th row on the inside. He has worked his way to the front of the field. Phil DeMario running in second, trying to close him down. Ed Steinley Jr., Kevin Bastian running in the third and fourth spots, with Money Wonder the third trying to hang on to fifth in that number 51. Russ Storr on the field has picked up a couple of spots, but he's in danger of getting lapped as Nokie Fornoro is closing ground on him. Here's a battle for fifth. Money Wonder still hanging on to it, but Seymour and Baumgartner run side by side behind him. Baumgartner, the 38 on the inside, Seymour, the 9 on the outside. Paul Wallace is right behind them. Wallace now losing a spot as Nokie Fornoro moves up the challenge. He is in behind the 10 of Bundy, and the 67 of Canuso puts a lap on Chili Canuso as Phil DeMario has closed a lot of ground on the 31 of Nokie Fornoro. We're going to have a battle shaping up here for the lead in just a minute as four slower cars are just ahead of the race leaders. Down to the inside, man, DeMario got pinched off by Lee Bundy in that number 10. Cost him a lot of ground to race leader Nokie Fornoro. Fornoro hanging on out in front. Bundy cut down hard, and that chopped Phil DeMario off. He lost a lot of ground to the race leader, the 31 of Nokie Fornoro. Now he has cleared ground. Fornoro out in front. DeMario running in second. It is Kevin Bastian third. Ed Steinley running in fourth. Bobby Seymour in the 9 has now moved up into the number 5 position. So Seymour moves into a top 5 spot. Nokie Fornoro down the front chute. Car in trouble, high to the outside, over in between 3 and 4. That is going to bring out the yellow flag. 13 laps have been completed. It will be a side-by-side restart. And that means Phil DeMario is going to be right up alongside the 31 of Nokie Fornoro. DeMario the second row, 2 lapped cars, the 96 of Jim Jackson and the 7X of John Farrell. So the front row, the cars are running first and second, Nokie Fornoro and Phil DeMario. Row 2, 2 lapped cars. Down into the third corner, slow start, green flag is out, side by side. Little jam up back of the pack, everybody makes it through. Here's Fornoro inside, DeMario outside, down across the stripe. DeMario in that high groove trying to take over the lead from Nokie Fornoro. Fornoro battles hard on the inside. They go side by side into the third turn. And Nokie Fornoro hangs on to the lead. Man, they thread the needle on the back chute. High and low around one of the slower cars. Here's the halfway mark now. 13 down, 12 remaining. Kevin Bastian up into the number 3 spot. Running in fourth is Baumgartner. Andy Baumgartner, the 38, runs in the number 4 spot as he has had a great run here in the 25-lap midget feature event. DeMario made a run at race leader Nokie Fornoro. I think Fornoro may have been coasting just a little bit because after DeMario made the run, Fornoro has been able to pull back out in front with a nice comfortable margin. The 8 of Kevin Bastian in the number 3 spot as your leaders come down out of that fourth corner. It is Nokie Fornoro out in front, Phil DeMario running second, Kevin Bastian is third, Andy Baumgartner fourth, Steinley runs in fifth, Bonomo is in sixth, Drew Fornoro is now up in the number 7 spot. So Drew Fornoro in the borrowed car of Howie Bumpus that he has had no time in here at the Oswego Speedway runs well up in the top 10, trying to get up into the top 5 in the number 54. Cabral right behind him running in 8th. Then it is Lawless in 9th. And filling out the top 10, the number 1 of Brian Kobolars. Here's the race leader across the stripe, 17.627 for the 31 of Nokie Fornoro. Phil DeMario running in second, but DeMario losing ground to the leader right now, trails by 1 second. Kevin Bastian hangs on to the number 3 spot. Your leaders now coming up again to lap some of the slower cars. Nokie Fornoro moving in behind the 67 of Chili Canuso. Here's a car going in the rear pit gate entrance. A problem on the back chute. I believe that was the number 12 of Mark Wakefoos going in the rear pit gate entrance. Here is your race leader, the 31 of Phil DeMario getting up into lap traffic. Or rather the 31 of Nokie Fornoro, 23 Phil DeMario running in second. Kevin Bastian still runs third. Andy Baumgartner is in fourth. And in fifth, the 64 of Ed Steinley. Steinley having one of his best runs here at the Oswego Speedway. Passing flag staying out. No, it was not the trouble Wakefoos that went into the pits. DeMario running in second. Kevin Bastian third. Andy Baumgartner is fourth. Steinley fifth. In 6th, it is Bonomo. Drew Fornoro running in the number 7 spot, the race leader. Pretty much having things his own way right now. A lot of slower cars being waved down to the inside of the track. Meanwhile, DeMario has closed a lot of ground on Nokie Fornoro again. DeMario seems to be better on the long runs. He is moving in behind the 31 of Nokie Fornoro. Fornoro drove himself into a box over in turn number 3. He now shoots to the outside of the track. DeMario puts himself in the same box. He now goes to the outside of the track. They lap the 21 of Barry Kittredge. Down the back chute, Nokie Fornoro out in front with Phil DeMario running in 2nd. Kevin Bastian still 3rd. Andy Baumgartner runs 4th. Ed Steinley filling out the top 5 as Money Wonder has fallen way back in the pack. In fact, he is in danger of getting lapped. Maybe not. Got about a straightaway ahead of the race leader, the 31 of Nokie Fornoro. Fornoro now in trouble in traffic. Here comes the 23 of Phil DeMario. Closes ground up again. They get caught in lap traffic. White flag is out. Nokie Fornoro across the stripe. DeMario right behind him, trying to make a run at him. They got 2 slower cars ahead. Fornoro goes down to the inside of the track. DeMario has to follow him through down there. No, DeMario goes to the outside. Checkered flag is coming out. Nokie Fornoro, Drew Fornoro, DeMario on the inside. I think Fornoro got the win. DeMario in 2nd. Kevin Bastian is 3rd. Andy Baumgartner finishes 4th. Bonomo gets up for 5th. Bumpus finishes in 6th. I believe the number 1 of Brian Kovalars was 7th. Paul Lawless in the number 8 spot as the 64 of Ed Steinley running top 5 pulls to the outside of the track and stops on the last lap. That is going to cost him a tremendous finishing position. Ed Steinley in that number 64 from McVeytown, Pennsylvania, pulled to the outside of the track and came to a halt. I think they are going to look at the instant replay to see who won this one, because Nokie Fornoro and Phil DeMario just banged together over between 3 and 4. As they come down for the victory down here, we will check the instant replay, but Nokie Fornoro drove right into the side of Phil DeMario over in turn number 4.
Upstairs, that's his 100th victory in a midget. Yeah.
With Fornoro, his 100th victory in a midget. You've got to be absolutely ecstatic.
I'll tell you, I've been waiting for this for quite some time now, and I wanted it to happen in my home area. Not that I don't enjoy running out in the Midwest and with USAC and Neymars and all the guys out there, but this is where I got my start. And I can't think of a better damn racetrack than Oswego for me to have my 100th midget win. That makes 179 or 180 total, but you people are the epitome of race fans. Every one of you, I congratulate you and I tip my hat to you on the backstretch. Without you people, we don't exist.
Nokie, just an absolutely wonderful thing for you to say. Now tell us what happened over there between 3 and 4 after the checkered flag with your very, very close competitor, DeMario.
I'll tell you, Phil DeMario and I got together with Jim Reeder when I was on a pretty good tear of win streaks going there, and Phil was one of my crew chiefs there. And I'll tell you, that little guy, what's he, an inch shorter than me? Look who's talking, right? He's a hell of a driver. And I told him we had motor problems all night and the thing was laying down on me. And I said, just remember, if I get the lead, it's laying down, so don't come underneath me. You're going to have to get a run. He got a run on a lap car, but I think we beat him. Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing here.
You beat him by 6 inches.
Oh, well. That's not that, so I'm lucky there. It's a bumper, so it doesn't matter. I'd like to thank my car owner, Gary and Becky Mullins, for coming out here. They came all the way from Michigan tonight, and so did Dave Baumgartner, to be here. I told them about Oswego. I told them about the fans here in the racing facility, and I'll tell you, they're happy that they came, and they'll be coming back, and they're spreading the word. I just hope Oswego stays open. Also, I'd like to thank my other sponsors, Seymour Enterprises, Bobby Seymour. Without Bobby's help, I can't do my job. Hoosier Racing Tire, Driving Impressions, and all the people behind the scenes, Skip Holgren, who got our tires for us tonight, and you people for coming again once again. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's have a great hand for Nokie Fornoro.
Oh, and I'd like to thank my PR person. I always forget Linda, but when it's only when it's on TV, but I see TV, Linda Mansfield, Shannon Katz, best PR you can get.
Wow, that's just absolutely terrific. Listen, could you do one quick favor, Nokie, before you pose for the cameras? We have a 50-50 draw here.